Coming to you live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 3.
And we're live.
And just like that, we're live.
Hi everyone.
Hello. Right, today we didn't do what we were supposed to do and introduce ourselves last time. So, to apologise, we made our names. So now, everybody will know our name.
Yeah, we got a bit carried away in the workshop yesterday,
Yeah, we did.
didn't we?
Well, it needed to be done.
It definitely needed to be done. Definitely. It was very strange. Should we tell them about the fire?
I think it's a big rip in the chat with the fire.
Yeah.
Go on, you tell them.
Well, if anybody watched the introduction video, Matt decided to big up the fireplace that we've got and how nice and warm it was in here. And then about a couple of hours after that,
I think
the
I
fire
played it up
decided
a bit too much, to be honest. Yeah. So, yeah, it blew up. Like, I'm sure it was like, in fact, we made that video like earlier in the day, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it was like after we shot that video, like it literally conked out just right then, didn't it? So
Yeah.
I guess we deserved it because we were laughing about it and stuff like that. So.
But luckily for us, we've got like an extra 3 heaters.
Yeah. And also, it's covered by warranty, so we can take it back, can't we?
We can.
And we can get some else because we've got loads of backup heaters.
Yep. And we've got loads more plans.
We do, because we
Dream big.
We do, and that's why we drink from these cups every day.
Well, I think we should start off by telling you guys literally why we decided to do what we're currently doing right now and where it all came from, really.
He's a bull in a china shoe.
Look at you.
What?
Actual over you. It all kind of started about, 6 months ago, didn't it? When lockdown kind of first hit, we were working together on a bit of a project in the garden.
Yeah.
And one day we were just like...
Someone said that you've got an impossible task to complete, and it's impossible. So you was like, I think it's possible. And then you rang me, didn't you? So.
Yeah. And then one day we were just working in the garden. It was actually sunny for a change in England, believe it or not. And we said we wanted a workshop, and a month later we had a workshop, which was downstairs. And then we found another room upstairs.
Yeah, it was literally like, we finished that impossible task, didn't we? And we was like, what else can we do? And you was like, well, I've always wanted a podcast. And I was like, do you know what? Me too. Yeah. And I was like, I also want a workshop. And you was like, do you know what? I need somewhere to put my tools. Me too. So it was like, should we make a plan? Yeah. And then that was it.
That was the plan.
Like, at first, it was like, it went from your back garden to my back garden, and then you came to me one day, didn't you? And you was like, I found somewhere, Matt, like, we can actually
I found Narnia.
Yeah. I was like, oh, let's go. And then the rest is basically history. Like, we built what we want.
Yeah.
We? Like, we had a dream.
Yep.
And
this is just the start.
I think it's what happens when you start trusting yourself a little bit. Like, you want a thing, like you want to do the thing, so you just do the thing.
And it's just, we could have started live streaming, 2 months ago, but we wanted to make sure everything was perfect, and that's what we decided to do, didn't we?
Upgraded, didn't it?
Yeah. This whole wall was only about 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
Not even that. Last week.
Yeah.
It's
like a last minute thing, because we were messing about with the green screens and everything, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like, we've been, obviously, this has got 4 walls, and we've been on every single wall before coming to this one. So.
This is the baby now.
But this is like creative because like we made these in the workshop. Made this. This is quite cool, by the way. It's like made out of loads of different kinds of wood and sticks. They're all carved into pencils. And these little things, I'll show you another time, say the names of all the trees that we use. So it's quite nice, isn't it, that we've put like the workshop on the wall sort of thing. And,
yeah, we've kind of brought downstairs upstairs.
Yeah.
Because people don't really know about downstairs.
This guy was my friend before this guy. So this was Aaron 1, but his name's Marley now. So yeah,
we had to rename
We
him.
renamed him, yeah.
We weren't about to call me Marley.
Yeah, so I carved this guy during the first lockdown when I built my kid's castle. It was a bit lonely. I was shielding because I had to. So yeah, I made
But now
him.
he's here.
Yeah,
He's found his new home.
I called him Wilson at first, like off the thing. You know what I'm talking
Castaway.
about? Yeah, that's the
Is
one.
it Castaway?
I think he's Castaway.
It is Castaway,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, that one.
It's a great film.
Yeah, with the
Wilson.
ball. Yeah, that one.
Who's
But
the
yeah,
guy that-
he's came every step of the way and watched, hasn't he?
Mhm.
Like, he's been there.
Yep.
We've kind of collected, like, because during building this room, we were doing other jobs, weren't we? Like, we built a marquee overhanging a river and stuff, and then that's where we got this from.
Yep.
Like, in loads of different pieces. And then we was like, do you know what? Podcast sign.
Yeah.
So, like, we've collected little trinkets on the way and kind of incorporated them into the workshop and into this as well.
I know it's all fit together and it's winning,
Yeah.
which is good. So we're not really complaining. We're
So
all happy.
Yeah. And we both like to talk, so, you know what I mean?
I feel
we
like
just
that's
thought,
all we do.
why don't we talk on camera? We might as well.
Some days it'll get to like 6 o'clock and we'll sit down and we'll go, have we done anything today? Because we feel like we've just spent the whole day sat here talking.
Yeah, well, that's how you want it to feel. Because
Yeah.
we do, like, we've been doing long days, haven't we?
Mm.
We've been getting through it by, like, watching podcasts and talking.
Yep.
And then before you know it, we've got a dream room and a fucking workshop downstairs. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And you're like, what? Feels like a dream.
I think it's important though. I think like one of the main reasons why I decided to do this and you know not go back into work and everything was just having that freedom to express what you actually want to do rather than following someone's dream. Do you know what I mean? Someone else's dream.
Following
No, but
someone
you know what I
else's.
mean?
Yeah, so you're like, it's the definition of living the dream, isn't it? Really?
I just feel like you know everybody spends too much time working for somebody else, making them a hell of a lot of money and taking home 28k a year.
Not when you've got this many ideas, Aaron.
No.
You know what I mean?
But I don't think people understand that ideas are possible. They just need to execute them.
Mm.
And every idea starts out as a dream, but you've got to put them into perspective and then figure out how you can do that.
It's just a plan, isn't it, really? And when things get in your way, then it's like, it's not, oh, we can't do it now. It's like, how are we going to overcome that and find another way around it?
Well, it's just like this. Like 2 days ago, the Wi-Fi stopped working, and we were like, "Oh no!"
And why did that stop working, Mr. Aaron?
I don't know.
I think it's because you bragged about it in the first video.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
just like the fire.
Yeah, I feel like everything we bragged about is now destroyed, but we've rebuilt it. So
We have definitely.
yeah,
It's probably warmer in here than it was with that horrible fire. Anyway.
yeah, that horrible fire.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
But the thing is, we've got like little bits of green screen. We can throw stuff up on the wall, can't we?
Yeah, we could have a fire here if we really wanted.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll take that back, get the skrills,
Mm.
and then just green screen it in. You know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
it's photo it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, but I think like that's the main reason why we've decided to do this is because we've both just, you know, Matt, you used to be a chef and worked really, really hard to get to where you got to. You know, I used to run a sales office and worked really hard to get to where I got to, and you just end up in that. I was going to say 9 to 5, but it's not 9 to 5.
Yeah. Well, you spend all that time getting to where you want to go.
Getting to where the company wants you to get to.
Yeah, where you feel like like, you want to go, but as soon as you're there, you're like, oh.
No, it's true. And then you're there and you're like, oh, is that it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I think it was kind of advantageous that we reached such a point at quite a young age. So we we knew we wanted more.
And we were saying, weren't we, the other day, that like everything that we've done in our lives up to now is like been made to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like everything that we've been doing is
it's kind of really funny how it's all like came together.
Definitely.
Like over the years, me and you have always wanted to do some kind of business.
We've been saying it for years, haven't we?
Yeah. And every now and again we'll meet up. Like, I got these glasses.
Don't blame me. It's not my fault you're not got 2020
because randomly Aaron rang me, like he usually did, and he's like, "Oh Matt, do you fancy coming to the opticians, mate?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, why not? Yeah." But at this point, I think I'd just lost my job, so I didn't have much money, and I only had like 80 quid. So I went along with him. He's got 20/20 vision, so he didn't have to pay anything. But like, obviously, my eyes are crap, so I had to pay 70 of my 80 quid just because he invited me to the opticians to get these babies. And then I never used them until actually now. Like, I really need them now. Yeah. So that's like, it's like one of the stories, like origin stories. Like, I need these a lot now because I'm spending a lot of time looking at a computer screen.
But you still don't wear them.
I know, yeah, but I've got them, so
yeah.
It's kind of keeping in with the stories of, even if it was for a dance, innit? We just fucking met up along the years. We always stayed in touch. You was going obviously.
Well, I moved to Spain, didn't I?
Yeah.
And that just made me disappear for like 4 years.
I was at Fat Cats in Nottingham, flipping outside with the chefs, like on a really sunny hot day, and like, oh my god, this is horrible. Wait a minute. Who's that with the shiny, radiant hair? Oh,
I had long hair then, didn't I?
Yeah, he had really long blonde hair, and he just walked past like, Matt, what you said? Like, Aaron?
He looked at me, all gone out.
His hair's beautiful.
My hair was down to about here, by the way, like literally, like down here. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was weird. You got lights, mate.
Yeah.
Look at her.
But you was always there, wasn't you? You was always there.
That was my job, bro.
Yeah.
So a phone call away.
I know. It's all sort of led up to this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still, every morning we come in, there's bits and bobs to do, and we're like, what have we done here, you know?
I think that's the most amazing thing is, you know, when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a single day not had a single day where I'm like, oh, I've got to go to the workshop today. Oh, I've got to go and do this. Oh, I've got to go and do that. Apart from the time you made me drive to Leicester.
That
wasn't a fun tour. I know, but that wasn't a fun tour.
I ain't even sorry, bro. I'm not sorry. There's countless times I've done that. It's like, oh no, we need it. Come on, Aaron, come on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's just amazing that for the first time in my life, anyway, I'm kind of in a position where I'm like actually looking forward to doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, there's been jobs where I've enjoyed, but not for the same reasons. I think those jobs have been enjoyable because I got paid well at the end of it.
Yeah. And it's, you know what I mean? Also, it's something to show for yourself, isn't it? Like all the people that are like, oh, you'll never be anything when you're older and stuff like that. You're like, well, I'm an executive chef now.
Yeah.
And like, even though I didn't want to be one, like it was more for everybody else.
Yeah.
More than me.
Well, the amount of people that, you know, have said, you know, come and seen this and blah, 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 and have been like, oh yeah, it looks alright, it's going to work, it will be alright.
Yeah.
But it's never been like a massive group of people that have been, there's been the odd person, you know what I mean? But there's not been a massive group of people that would be like, what you're doing is amazing, keep it going.
Yeah.
So, And I think we've come to realise this as well, especially when I moved abroad and when you moved abroad and all that stuff. It's kind of like you realise.
Well, I didn't move abroad. I moved to Isle of Wight. It's not abroad.
It's a different island, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
I was going to say you had to go on a plane, but you didn't have to go on a
plane.
plane.
You don't feel like you're in England.
No.
Not in a good way either.
But I think it's just been nice to know that opinions literally don't matter.
Yeah.
Like we're at a stage where we just don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're doing this for us, and if anyone wants to follow us on our journey, then they follow us on our journey. If they don't, they don't. But that's down to them.
Yeah, exactly. We're just there to talk, and like, if you want to listen, listen.
If you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is, you know.
But not only have we got the podcast, we've got
so
loads
much more
of other stuff going on in the background. Like there's going to be a few music videos coming out soon and stuff like that. That's going to be all uploaded to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So we might also talk about some of the stuff that we're doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But also, on all of this journey, building all of this stuff, started off with some seesaws.
Oh, yeah.
I started making them in my back garden while I was building the castle. But then that back garden happened, and then other stuff happened, and then we was building this and stuff. But we've always kind of had them to root us, sort of thing. Like, we need to finish those seesaws.
They've been everywhere with us.
Yeah. So, like, they've been through the ringer, haven't they? Like, but we almost finished them.
Mm.
So we're going to be doing a giveaway on the podcast, but we'll give you more details about that next time. But it might involve certain said seesaws.
And they're amazing, and Matt specifically doesn't want them to go to anybody that has children.
I never said that.
Just thought I'd throw that out there, guys.
No, we've spent a lot of time on them.
No, we have.
Just keep the pencils away from them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
the crayons.
Yeah.
And the sparkly glue and slime and.
They look nice, like in someone's back garden, never touched. Like. But also,
they're more of an ornament, aren't they?
Yeah, but if you win one, you do what you want with them. Obviously.
Yeah.
Just don't show me if you wreck them.
Yeah, we don't want no videos coming.
We've grown an attachment to these seesaws, you see. So, so yeah, we'll be putting all the details.
Probably next week. Well, this week, end of the week, maybe.
Yeah. When we put them together.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably through the end of the week.
And there's going to be loads more content coming out as well on the creative platform, which is our the company that the podcast is being run through, to do with, like Matt said, with music videos and stuff. And we're going to be doing things like bedtime stories for kids, some live music sessions. We're going to have some guests on the podcast as well, obviously when COVID finishes. But we've got a few people that want to do some live videos.
Yeah, we'll have them live streaming to us, to you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of wizardry going to go on.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's important that we know we want to bring you as much content as we possibly can at the end of the day.
Yeah, we've got loads of ideas. It's just nice to be at this point where we can bring all of our ideas into reality.
Yeah.
Like, in the morning, it starts off as just a dream. A lot of the things like have been dreams.
Yeah.
Like, I had this dream last night, and that like there was a wall here, or you come in and be like, "Oh, Matt,
let's put a wall there," and you'd be like, "What?"
Whoa! Like, yeah, I've seen it before. You know what I mean? And then when we put it up, we're like, yeah, follow your dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've not really started. Every single day there's been something we'll come in and we've been like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and it's just kind of progressed from there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it's just, I think we're both at a point in our lives where we know we want to follow our own dreams. rather than someone else's. So that's what we're doing, and I think it's important that if we can bring that across to other people. You know, I've already spoke to 2 or 3 people that I know from the past that always said that they want to do a podcast or they want to do a channel or they want to do this, but they don't know where to start. So we want to be the creative platform that people come to us and go, how do we do this? Where do we start? How do we do that? Because we've started from scratch and we've learned literally everything we possibly can along the way.
Give them a voice. Like my sister wants to do a music video, so she could come and do that, and then put it on the creative platform on YouTube.
I mean, we don't really like the podcast is something that obviously we wanna get recognised for ourselves, but the creative platform itself, we want to be able to grow it and get it big so that other people can come and use the actual platform and the people that are on it and and use it to their own benefit more than for us, you know what I mean? And I think that's what it's about. It's about helping everyone else on the journey, because there's not anyone else there that's doing that.
We've always had that in mind, haven't we? Like from day one, it's not been about just us. It's never been about just us.
No, I don't think it will ever be like that either.
No,
you know, we don't need to. We've got the capabilities to do literally whatever we want for anybody, don't we?
We know we don't have all the ideas. Like when we built the marquee overhanging the river, that was not our idea.
No,
all we did is help with the idea.
We executed the idea. Yeah.
And we encounter problems like you do all the time, but he was saying he wants it in a certain way, so we did.
Yep.
So we helped to realise that dream, and that's why we call this the dream room.
Yep.
Because that's what we're going to use it for.
Yeah. You know, that's also why we're going to have guests and that on the podcast, because there's going to be people coming on that want to talk about, you know, their views or their businesses or whatever they're doing and their dreams and everything like that, and then we want to be able to give them a platform to voice that and move it forward, and you know, hopefully we could be a part of that journey and help them as much as we can while they're progressing themselves.
Positivity breeds positivity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's too much negativity on the internet.
We just want to be around
positive
people and spread that message.
Yeah. Without, I mean, you know, like you look. Me and Matt don't really watch the news very often, to be fair. But when I do watch it, all I see is negative stuff to do with social media, and you know, YouTube's this and that, and it just seems to go downhill.
Do we?
But I just think it's about time that there's, you know, there was a page or a platform, whatever you want to call it, that basically switched that narrative and changed it to what social media was actually set up as, which is a social network where people connect and help each other.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen TV programs where, you know, people have found their adopted families, or you know, the real families when they've been adopted and everything like that. And the social media, we live in a world where it's not going away, so people either need to, you know, start understanding how it works, start understanding the algorithms and everything like that, or not. You know what I mean? It's up to them at the end of the day. That you can either go with the time or not go with the time.
Yeah.
And I think we've just jumped at this at the right time because people are sat at home consuming.
Well, it's not just that. Like physical shops are all closing down.
Yeah. So
like if we're opening a shop, we're not opening a physical shop.
No.
Like not anymore. So
there's just no point. I think to be honest with you, I think it's the way the world's been going for a long time. I mean, I remember, you know, 10, 15 years ago having a Sony Ericsson Walkman phone. Do you know what I mean? Called it Bumblebee. Yeah. And that was just all you could do, and they had to have Bluetooth songs with each other. And think how far we've come in 10 years to compared to where we're going to be in another 10 years. So
exactly.
You either ride the wave with technology and how it's going, or you get left behind in the dust. And I think even if you're just a person that doesn't even want to make money on the internet but has got some talent or something to share to somebody, I think it's important to get out there and show people what you can do, you know what I mean, rather than keep it to yourself. And I just think we're in that like society's just changed, and that's just how we are now.
But we've realised that I think at the right time, and we want to enjoy life. I think that's and help as many people along the way to enjoy their life as well.
I think it's important.
Definitely. And
Definitely.
there's the musical side of all of it as well.
Yeah. We're gonna. I mean, the musical side of things. You know, we've got quite a lot of friends that are into music and everything. Matt himself's been into music for a year, which you could probably tell by the guitars.
Yeah.
We've both decided that we're going to learn how to play the guitars. I think.
Yeah, because I properly haven't learned. Really, ever.
No,
I can play
it's
my
something
own
I've always
songs.
wanted to do. So.
Yeah.
What we might do is we might even probably, I don't know, live stream.
Should we stream it?
When we're doing the lessons? If you like that idea, when we're doing the lessons and everything, we'll live stream it. If you like that idea, put it in the comment and we'll live stream it, because I think it'd be quite funny to watch.
Yeah.
But also it'd be quite good to see the progression, so that you could probably sit there and think, well, if they can do it, so can I.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think why not?
Yeah, I could sort of play, but I only like my own songs. Sort of things.
Yeah, but I can't play for notes, mate. It's not.
Yeah, so it would be cool. It would be sort of cool to watch the progression.
Yeah, no, it will. Yeah, defo.
And also, everyone's streaming Fortnite and all those type of games. So over on Twitch, we're going to stream some board games.
We're going to live stream, you know, old school board games like Connect 4, Monopoly, chess, Uno. Might even have a poker night.
Chess is a big one though.
Chess is a big one because Matt's getting better. Like every game at a time, he's getting a little bit better.
We're not going to give you the gruesome detail.
No, we won't. No.
I'm getting a little bit better.
A little bit better. It's getting there.
I had a good teacher.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Not just you.
I need some lessons.
Not just you.
What, the computer?
You had a good teacher, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. What did you have? The computer?
No, you.
Oh. I'm pretty much a computer anyway, aren't I?
Yeah. I think my problem is I'm too easily distracted.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll make some good moves.
Mm.
And then I'll be like, oh, what's that? Oh, a piece of dust. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll just move that there. And you're like, Matt, for fuck's sake.
I have to tell him sometimes. I have to be like,
Matt, just think about it for a second.
Go, oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't want to do that.
No.
Anyway. I wasn't going to do that. I was just playing with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I did.
But no, we're going to do that on Twitch. And we'll probably do it on Facebook at the same time as well, to be fair. Because we just think, like, everybody is so engrossed in playing video games and everything at the moment, which is, you know, wicked, good for them. But you know, you can learn a lot from normal games.
Well, I used to play a lot of video games, and I'm having a lot more fun playing chess. And we get into it, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're going deep.
Yeah,
going deep.
Like the horses have voices and all sorts.
Yeah,
of
they
shit.
do, mate. They do. You'll see when we stream it live. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is fun.
One of the first videos we did was when we started recording. Recorded a chess game, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I've watched it like 100 times just to like study how he played.
Yeah.
But I think
my poker face was amazing.
No, but I think I learned quite. I'm like a flipping robot, aren't I?
Yeah.
It doesn't take me long.
No, it doesn't.
You know I was coming for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I proper enjoy playing chess. Like, so I think the way we play chess and enjoy it so much, I think we can relay that to the viewer. So I think we should.
No, definitely. No, it would be good fun.
And along the way, we're going to carve our own chess pieces, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll see how they turn out.
They're going to be like dead fat and chunky.
Yeah, like a fat, chunky horse.
Just a horse. It's not the only one you're going to have. Just a horse.
Yeah, and a fat.
You're not going to win very far with just a horse,
chunky bishop.
Yeah.
With a bit of a.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, man.
Got you.
And a tiny king.
Just a small king.
Because
I never understand that in chess.
Well, that is massive.
Yeah.
I know. But
I also don't understand why the queen can move wherever the hell she wants, but the king can't
because
go
that's
anywhere.
more true to life, isn't it? The king
That's
can only
true,
move one step before his missives. I mean, before the what?
I don't know, bro. Before the partner decides to.
Can we edit that out, please?
No, you're not allowed, mate. Sorry.
Oh wait, we're allowed. Sorry, Lindsay.
Oh dear. But no, we like we said, we're going to do it probably at least. We're going to do at least a live podcast every week. Drop it on the comments what day you guys would probably prefer. It's pretty easy for us.
Yeah,
whatever day, we're not bothered. we could probably do one every single night if we wanted to, because we talk that much.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it might be in the day though.
Yeah, everyone's at home anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
No one's doing anything. They're all at home going, I wish I could go to work.
The dream room's going live again.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on.
I know. What have they done? What have they changed today?
Oh, I wonder what they're doing on that green screen wall. Oh.
I know.
Sometimes we'll just be ballroom dancing with fucking ballroom behind it.
Sometimes you probably just see we'll go live and we'll be on the green screen and we'll just end up doing some reaction videos or something and, you know, having a laugh with the green screen and just playing around because we're going to be bored. So
yeah,
it's just good content, innit? It's just something different.
So we'll have them like going live times randomly, but then also a set podcast.
Yeah.
But like, put a comment what day of the week.
Yeah, we'll put what you call it, an event out on Facebook and everything, and make sure you got everyone's notified of when we're going to do it.
Yeah. Also, if we do go live, we'll have different playlists. So if you do miss what we do, you go to YouTube.
Yeah, and everything will be on there.
The relevant playlist, and everything that we've done live will be on there as well.
Yeah. We decided to go live on Facebook rather than YouTube, but we'll probably end up streaming to both at some point. But Facebook's just a little bit easier to get it set up and get it running and everything. So while we're starting out, because obviously this is the first one, like we've said, so we'll try it, see how it goes, and get some feedback off everybody that's watching, and everyone that watches at the end of the week will go through and figure out what's happening and just carry on from there, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's important.
But we have some really deep conversations sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
So that's what we're going to go in with on the podcast. Mainly, I know we're having a laugh and a joke now, but we can go serious.
We try. We do try to go serious. I don't know. I think like we were talking about it the other day, and I said I was what was that? I was watching Piers Morgan. I love a bit of Piers Morgan in the morning. It's the only thing that makes me happy. I have a cup of coffee.
Makes me laugh. Yeah.
Bit of Piers Morgan. The guy just doesn't care, mate.
Serious ripping apart.
Doesn't care
for breakfast.
Yeah.
He has people for breakfast, don't he?
Yeah. But they were on about what was he on about? It was on about money and the way that people on like TV and news and all that like talk about money is just ridiculous, and they make it sound like it's something that you should that everybody should be chasing and everybody should be focusing on collecting it, but we know differently. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like for the last 6 months we've not really earned any money, but we've been focusing on this. You know what I mean? I mean everything you see has been done on a very slim budget.
Once
you know what I mean?
Started valuing our time.
Yeah, that was more important.
We valued our time over money. Then that's when things changed.
Yeah.
Like it was more or less like when we first started working together. It was like, right, let's value our time, because no boss has ever valued my time. No,
and we say that to everybody now, don't we? We're like, you know, we don't mind if we're here till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night if we have to be. You know, if we're doing something for somebody or whatever, we're not bothered. But as long as our time's not wasted, then we're not bothered. You know what I mean? We could do a 4-hour podcast, but we're doing that for us. You know, if we spent 4 hours editing somebody's video and they decided in the end that they didn't want it, well, you're wasting our time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the issue.
Yeah,
we've got with anyone. It's just don't waste our time.
Yeah. So, but I think for me, like one thing that me and Matt have been on about a lot is with like money and time and everything is we never really understood how where money was a good concept to start a society from. Like where did that begin? Like when did somebody sit there and think, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come up with this thing where if I give you this, you give me something for it. Yeah. And then let's stay.
Because before it was fair trade for your time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we had it right in the first place.
But it's true. Like we watched that video, didn't we, the other day about how Earth began? You know, that really long 20-minute video.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the comments
so
people can. Yeah, we'll do a reaction video to it because it's wicked. But they start out and it's like. Before money existed and everything, and it goes through and it's talking about how this one person decided he was going to find a way to grow food, so he grew food, and then that person that decided to grow the food had a big house, and everyone else had a smaller house because he was the person in charge of having the food. So, and then that's just monopolised into every society on Earth.
And then everything becomes a monopoly.
Yeah.
Like literally everything
Which is why for me, Monopoly, which we're going to do on Games Night, is it's the game of life, isn't it? At the end of the day, literally a game of life.
Yeah.
So, I don't really. I think it's just one of those where, no matter what people do, money is relevant because you have to have it in order to live. But I don't think it's as important as everybody else says.
If you think money is the route to your happiness, you'll never be happy.
No.
You have to find happiness
within yourself.
Money.
Yeah. You got to find what makes you happy first before money. And if the money comes from doing something that you enjoy and makes you happy, then that's just a bonus at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a
the money
one
thing
or,
is
one or the other.
It's always like a constant thing that you never catch up with, because like you have some money, so you live to your means, but then you get more money, so you go a bit beyond your means, and then it kind of spirals
from there.
Yeah. And then you're always doing it, so you're constantly one-upping yourself, so you'll never be happy. Like if you keep thinking, oh, when I get that fucking Ferrari, that's when I'll be happy.
And then you see someone drive past in a McLaren, and you're like,
well, I'm not really happy.
Yeah.
So you wasn't even happy with the Ferrari in the first
place. No.
Yeah.
It's just like the old, I've got a big house, but my next door neighbour's got a bigger one.
Yeah. It was just like,
you know what I mean?
The manager of the business centre was like, oh Matt, when you get money, what car are you going to drive? I was like, what do you mean? It was like, what car are you going to drive? I was like, I don't drive, but but I'm probably going to get a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I think I'd be happier with a horse.
Yeah.
Unless I get stuck on like upgrading my horse then.
Yeah.
Everything's about upgrades, isn't it? So I think I'll learn to love.
Start with a pony, a Shetland pony, and then a pony.
Well, like your car, we love your car.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, my car's
amazing.
amazing.
Other people would drive past and go, oh, I've got a better car. You're like, no, because
mine goes from there, and it gets me to there.
Yeah.
And it gets me there a lot faster than people that haven't got a car.
Exactly.
So if anyone says to me, look at your car when they walk past me, I'm like, where's your car?
I've treated your car with the utmost respect.
You're in my car more than I am. And I drive it.
Don't ask what I'm doing.
One day I'll come out and my car just won't be there, and I'll be like, where's Matt? And he'll be at Screwfix, and I'll be like, all right, yeah.
I'll tow it away with my horse, mate. Be God. What was it?
No, it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, it is a strange one. I think
we've learned though. We've grasped the idea of not doing that.
Yeah.
And I think like when we feel like we start doing that, we've got each other to ground each other. If you get what I mean?
Yeah. No, defo.
To make sure you don't.
Yeah.
Because then, if it switches at some point, you're back on the train of never being happy again. So if I have a life full of content, that's what makes me happy.
We're not even really like up until now when we decided to do this. We've never really been a social media type of person. Like it's very rarely that I'd post anything on Facebook or Insta or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you were pretty much the same, really. Yeah. You'd post the odd thing, but for us now, because we're doing this for the creative platform and for the podcast and everything, it's different because we're not doing it really for ourselves. It's not our own social media.
Yeah.
And if it makes money, it makes money. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we just want to create a platform that we can enjoy ourselves on.
Yeah.
And that's literally it.
Can come and enjoy it as well.
Yeah. That's the main story for us.
We haven't started a podcast thinking, oh yeah, we want loads of money. We've started a podcast because that's like what we wanted to do. We wanted to talk to you guys and just chill.
Yeah. and
then
just go
also
with
enjoy
it.
ourselves with all the content that we've learned like over the past few months how to do. It's all exciting. Like if you create one thing new a day, like you feel more fulfilled. Like even if you're like say my sister last night, I sent her a recording of her playing the recorder when she was little. And she messaged me like, "Oh my God, oh thank you so much for this." You know, like, "Oh, do you know what? I think I might get a recorder again. Do you think I can still play?" I'm like, "Of course you can." Yeah. Like, it's life happens, and then you forget that you can do it. I'm like, get a goddamn recorder and play it in front of me, like, because it's beautiful. Like, I've still got the tune in my head. Like, it's such a beautiful like song. And it was when she was in school, when she believed, like, when she was dead young, that she could do everything. Yeah. And then, like, after the recorder, she moved on to violin, and then loads of stuff happened. Life happened. And then she suddenly believes that she can't do these things anymore. Yeah. But I was like, no, you can. Like, it's not like I'm the only guy in my family that can sing. Yeah. They all can sing. Yeah. Like, just do it. Like, it'll make you happier. Like, do what you want.
I think that's. I feel like, you know, like, I've watched loads of podcasts, and so have you and everything, and I feel like at the end of the day, people have this tendency, society has this tendency to push you away. I mean, you know, when you're a kid, right? You start off and you have all these dreams of, I want to be this, and I want to be that, and I want to be this, and then you go to school, and school just monetizes you to this. Yeah, you need to fit into this criteria, into this group. And it's like Albert Einstein said, didn't he? He was like, if you judge a person by, if you judge an elephant by its ability to climb a tree, it will fail every time.
Exactly.
Because an elephant can't climb a tree. Yeah. I think it was a goldfish, actually. I got that wrong. But it's a quote. It's a good quote. Figure out, put it in the comments, because I can't remember what the quote is.
But it's
a good quote.
Like, if you put it the other way, like, can an elephant crush a car? Then, of course, like, it'll be easy. Because it's... Yeah. You know what I mean?
But if you teach everybody the same thing and expect everybody to have the same result, then it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? This is why I think society, we're all put in these groups that you've got to be a part of, and if you don't fit in, then you don't fit in. Yeah. And then you have to move to another group to try and fit in there, and try and fit in here, and try and fit in there.
I did that all my life.
Yeah, exactly.
All my life,
it never gets you anywhere.
I was trying to fit in to different groups. Because I know in school I never really fit into a group. Yeah. Like, I tried every single group. Yeah. And I didn't feel like I fit, but it made me feel like more like an outcast, because that's how it kind of makes you feel. Yeah. But then also with the school failing you on stuff, like, I failed music in school, like, but I know in my heart that I can create music. Yeah, exactly. But why did I fail? Yeah, because they didn't understand what kind of like music I was creating or whatever. Exactly. I wouldn't stick to the plan, like, and they hated that I wouldn't do that. And then they were like, well, we're going to fail you. And I was like, that's music to me. So
well, it was the same with me in woodwork. I failed woodwork in school, and I now have a woodworking workshop downstairs and make stuff out of wood like every day of my life. Yeah, it makes no sense. It's like, to me, like, when was the last time you went for a job interview, right, and they asked you for your GCSE results?
Never.
It's never ever happened. You know what I mean? Like, I've moved to a different country, managed nightclubs, I've moved down south, I've managed sales officers and everything, and at no point have any of these people asked me for my GCSE results, which, you know, GCSEs I think are important because it teaches people that you need to work hard to accomplish what society expects of you. But I feel like one thing I've learned is that do what society tells you to do 9 to 5, and then you have another 8 hours of your life that isn't in that 9 to 5 that you can work on your own dreams. Yeah. So when people say to me, I haven't got any time to do that, I want to learn the guitar but I haven't got time to do that, my excuse is, well, what do you do from when you finish work and you get home? You probably sit in front of the TV, watch Netflix, I don't know, whatever you decide to do, listen to loads of music or whatever, fine, right? But then you can't then moan that you haven't got any time to accomplish your dreams when you're spending 5 hours watching Netflix. You have to.
Like when I was building the castle in the garden, I had to pick my moments to like build it. Like I put the kids to bed for a nap, the twins, because it was really hard, obviously, with the lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
And them not going to nursery and stuff like that, and my back garden being horrible.
Yeah.
So like I needed to sort of, in my head, I needed to build them a nursery. So like you have to pick your times. So like when they were in bed, I'd research a thing that I didn't know how to do.
Yeah.
So the next day when they was having a nap, I can save all the time of trying to do it like when they're down for a nap. Because I already researched it when they was in bed the first time at night. So I could quickly go and do it, and when they wake up, I can go back to being a dad. But it got done in the end. It might have took me like 6 months or whatever.
But I think one of the other biggest things is when like when people are like, I want to do this, but I don't know how to, and it's like, well, make a start. Like if you don't start, you'll never know. Like when we first walked into this building, we walked into this building, and no word of a lie, we were like, straight away, right, we know what we're gonna do. In our heads, me and Matt had already come up with a plan before we knew what our plan was, and it just went from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing, and now obviously it is what it is today. But none of that happened until we made that decision, right, let's go and look at this place and see if it'll work or not. And it took us to actually say to each other, let's go and see it, to get into the car, to go, to see it, to then walk around. And
courage.
Yeah.
It was like every step of the way, you're always like, you've got
will
that
it
voice
work, will it
inside,
not?
you're going, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You're wasting your petrol.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
But every time we came to a crossroads like that, we were like, just go with it. Just stop. Don't listen to that voice. Just
And I think that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing is starting. And, you know, you don't know what you can accomplish until you start. And every single entrepreneur or motivational speaker or anything will always say the same thing. If you don't start, you will never know.
What you say to me, if I have an idea, and I'm like, Aaron, you think we should do that? Blah, blah, blah. You'll be like, Matt, just make a start.
Yeah.
You say the same thing to me.
do
I'm
it.
like, make a start on it. And if it's there, human nature will not let you not at least walk past it a couple of times and see if you can improve it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this was in my house, like all of the time, but it was hard to sort of make a start.
Yeah.
But once I did, I like put it in my house where I had to walk past it all the time. So every now and again when I had 5 minutes, I was like going up to it and like looking where I was gonna put it and make marks and stuff. And then when I had the chance, I'd do a bit and a bit and a bit and a bit and a bit until it was done. Same with the seesaws.
Well, it's the same with everything. But you just got to make a start.
Yeah.
You have to, like we said right at the start, that's what we're here for. We're here to help people make that start, and we're here to give people the motivation and the courage as well to go, you know what, it's all right if you don't think it'll work, because if you don't start, you'll never know.
Yeah.
So if you come to us with an idea and you say we think it's going to work, then I'm not going to turn around to you and say no, it won't.
No.
Because what we'll do is we'll start it and then we'll try it.
Yeah. We don't ever not try a thing, do we?
No.
Like if you have an idea, we'll like brainstorm it and try it out like in our heads first and see if it's going to work. It's not like you just go, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just like, let's brainstorm, see if it's feasible, and then we'll do it. You know what I mean? So if we can get, if people came to us to ask if we think they can do something, we're bound to say yes. We're never going to say no.
We've got no reason to.
Because we prove time
Unless it
and
was
time
porn.
again.
I'm not getting into porn. We're not doing porn. Just letting you know. Just letting everyone out there know we're not recording porn. Not yet. Not. My
Toolbox in the workshop. That's a whole different channel.
Yeah.
Actually,
Coming to you next week.
that's a whole
Maybe not.
different.
Maybe
channel.
not.
Whole
Yeah.
different ball game.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe.
That's not porn. That's another thing.
That's another thing. That was another dream that we had once.
But if you start it, you got to finish it.
Yeah.
Even porn.
That's true. You definitely got to finish if it's porn.
Otherwise, you're gonna get cleared out like fuck.
Yes. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, everyone's got to finish in porn, haven't they?
Yeah.
And in life. and stuff.
I don't think you're supposed to though in life. I know. Sorry to go. I'm going to take it back to being serious now rather than talk about porn. But I don't think you're supposed to. I honestly don't think anything in life. I don't think anything in life's supposed to be finished.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think like if you start something, the only thing that's going to make it finish is if you say, right, that's done. You know what I mean? Like every business idea that anyone's come up with, like Elon Musk for example, he came up with Tesla, right? He had I think he had like 20 million left in the bank and he had to make a decision between two companies, right? He could put all the money into one company, which was Tesla, and keep Tesla alive, but the other company would fail, or we could split the money and keep them both alive, but risk both of them at the same time. And he decided to put 20 million and split it 10 and 10, kept both the companies alive. One of them's just sent robots to Mars, and the other one is now the most profitable car manufacturer in the world. So and once he'd done that, he then took a loan out to pay his rent. Which makes no sense. But if you don't start, you never know. You know what I mean?
You just have
this is what I mean about don't finish it. Like if somebody says, "Oh, that's it, it's not going to work," blah blah blah, and you literally feel like you've done everything, just don't finish. Just carry on doing it.
Yeah,
why not?
like the castle, I've purposely left a little chip out of the corner of it, so I can purposely.
Yeah, you do need to fix that.
No, because I don't want it to end. Then it's finished. And I don't...
Lindsay, if you're watching, I'm trying.
You know I don't like the end of things, so. I don't believe there should. Well, you've just told me there never should be an end.
No, there shouldn't.
I don't like the end.
But
like this dude, he's like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
But
I don't
if you filled that chip in, right, you could always make another chip.
Will you make one?
You could all accidentally, one of the kids could kick a ball at it or something.
Or I could accidentally just come out with a sledgehammer like
one day. Yeah. Oh no, I've got to put all that together again.
What are you doing?
Shame.
Like, I'm going to fix it. You will not be finished.
I don't know.
I think that's why the seesaws took so long as well.
No, but they look good now, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I think
now they're painted and everything.
What we wanted to do is have a workshop to make them better. So they got left for a while until we had the capability to make them what they can be.
Yeah.
So now they're awesome.
Yeah.
And they're almost ornamental, almost identical, two of a kind. Like me and you, two of a kind. So yeah. I
had to do the eyebrow flicker. I hadn't done it for a while. It felt good.
I did a weird one and it didn't quite work.
Did it not?
No.
I'm going to look back on that later and be like, what the hell was that? Oh God, it's getting worse. Change the subject quick. I don't know.
I think I look better like that. Someone's going to freeze frame.
Freeze frame, yeah. That'll be on your certified Facebook account with a tick in a couple of years.
This is what Matt looks like having a shit.
You remember that first podcast? There's Matt's face. Look, there it is. Right in that square there, look. Your new profile picture.
But I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying.
We're just not bothered anymore, are we?
You do it, Treacle.
I think we've both gone past that point of society, just we don't care.
It doesn't matter because I could step out my ass into a bus like tomorrow. I don't know why there's a bus driving down the street.
There's not a bus on your road, bro.
No, there
You'd have to walk at least
you never know.
3 roads to get to the bus.
Know.
You don't.
Someone could nick the bus. I go out for a smoke out the front and boom, dead.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Did I follow my dreams?
At the front or at the... Yeah.
Did I really live?
I don't know. That's the question, isn't it? Somebody once told me, they were like, if you ever get any spare time, go and work it, like go and volunteer in a care home for an afternoon and just talk to the people that have spent their whole life doing whatever they've done and then just ask them like, have you got anything that that you wish you'd have done, blah blah blah, and they will all turn around to you and say, I wish I'd have done what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I wish I hadn't been in a job for 50 years, driving the same car, living in the same house, doing the same thing for somebody else. Yeah. When I didn't follow my own dream. I mean, this is what I was talking about with social media. Like, we live in a world now where social media is opened the whole planet to the point where you can connect with anybody at any part of the globe.
At the push of a button.
At the push of a button.
You've
just like flying.
Phone is an extension of yourself.
Yeah.
It's always there.
Just like flying. Flying was, when commercial flights were happening and everything, people could go here and go there and move here and move there, and that's what it's like now with social media. It's opened the world up to so much, it's ridiculous.
But then it's opened us up to be whatever we want to be.
Yeah.
Because like, if we've took a job, like we're not plasterers or we're not plumbers. But if someone goes, "Do you think you can do it?" Like, yeah, of course I can. Go home, YouTube. I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that access. Do you know, like in the Matrix?
Yeah.
Where like, was it one of them needed to like learn how to fly a helicopter?
Yeah.
Like,
They
I
just
don't know how to
downloaded the
fly, and
file.
it was like, did you do it?
Yeah, done.
I know. You know what I mean?
That's what we're like now. We're pretty much a cyborg.
We're
The
nearly
phone is
there.
part of a foot.
Elon Musk wants to do that, don't he? Like make it quickly accessible because like he sees.
And I feel like I don't
machines.
think we're as far away as people think that we are either. I feel like, you know, if we look, like we said earlier on, if we look what's happened in the last 10 years and we look what's going to happen in 10 years' time, I think we'll be very, very surprised as, you know, where we are.
Well,
I mean, Back to the Future was a bit far off.
10 years and half it and then half it again and we'll be, that's more like it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You know, Back to the Future got it a little bit wrong with those flying hoverboards.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of came, but then didn't, and then for some reason the government stopped you using them on the road.
Yeah, I know.
I think they watched Back to the Future too much, but anyway, we won't go into politics. But I don't know. I think it's a weird one, and I think it's a lot closer to home than we think it is. You know, like every day, like you go on your phone, there's an update, and there's another update, and there's another update, and there's another update. You know. Like you can't keep up with how fast technology is moving. You buy a new phone for a 12-month contract, and within 3 months they've released a new phone.
It's
with
because
better cameras and better this, and
they're probably relying on the AI to sort of build their new stuff, and they don't really have a loading time, really, do they? So you don't know how far ahead they actually are.
No, it's even like, you know, what everyone's on about with the 5G and everything. Like, well, I'm not going into radiation and cancer and everything, but like me personally, I think 5G, like the governments have had it for years, and I think they're way ahead of what we are allowed. I mean, I was seeing it on the news the other day. They've got like 360 meg broadband on the space station. I'm not even joking. Yeah, like you can Google that. Like, they've got better broadband than you can get at home on the space station. Yeah. So, just to let everybody know that's got broadband, ring your internet providers up.
Why are you holding
tomorrow,
back, bro?
And be like, why is my internet worse than the space station? Right? And then get a discount. Yeah. I'd say I'd give you a code, but I'm not that well known yet. But one day I'll give you a code that you can type in somewhere. But we'll get you a code. But no, do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, that's how far technology's come already. Like, we've got a machine on Mars. Like, what? It's nuts.
Well, I said to you ages ago, didn't I? I was like, we've both got to realise that you've got to become sort of one with technology.
Yeah, you've got a choice, haven't you?
Because I think what we both did, like at one point, is we shied away from it because we hated it.
Yeah, because it controlled us rather than the other way around.
Yeah, so we'd let it, like, you get a notification on your phone and we'd let it, like, instead of not answering it and going to it when you want, my phone had a hold of me where I needed to check what the notification was. Yeah. So I stopped using my phone. Like, I got a crap old phone. You did a similar thing in life and went back. So it didn't benefit us in any way to do that. But when we started working with technology instead and using it to our advantage, so like only putting stuff in your newsfeed that you want to be in your newsfeed. So say you want to be a carpenter, for instance. Yeah. You make your phone only show you carpentry stuff for a while. So you get rid of all the crap.
And it stops you thinking, it stops you drifting.
Yeah, because as soon as, like, I got my phone to a point, like, where as soon as I go on YouTube, my phone knows when it's learning time or when it's chilling time and stuff. So depending on what time it is, I'll open up my news feed on YouTube, and it will show me, like, say, a carpentry video if it's a certain time and stuff like that. So it's like getting in tune with technology. Yeah. Where you're still using your phone because your phone wants you to be on your phone, but it doesn't have to show you stuff that's not going to benefit you.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you train your phone to sort of show you stuff that's benefiting you, and then
Yeah.
slowly it starts changing for you.
Yeah.
And you make that conscious choice to have what you want.
Yeah.
Your phone showing you.
Yeah.
Like, say there's loads of negativity going around on Facebook, and your phone knows that you spend a lot of time looking at negative posts.
Yeah. So
It'll
it feeds
keep
you.
showing you negative posts because
Yeah.
that's what keeps you locked on to your phone.
Mm.
So you have to sort of, no matter how bad it is, like, your phone will start feeding you that stuff. So you have to sort of, like, if you want to wake up in a positive way, you have to sort of put positivity on your phone in the morning.
Yeah.
So stop looking at those posts and
Yeah.
start looking at sunrises, for instance.
Mm.
And if your phone, like, realizes that you spend a lot more time looking at sunrises, it will show you more sunrises in the morning. So then you're in tune with it, and
You don't
like,
go
you
against it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which is what most people will end up doing.
yeah, because they cut it off. They're like, right, I've had enough. So it's
Yeah.
like they don't see the third option.
Yeah.
It's either you like consumed by it or you boycott it.
Mm.
There's no, like, in your head usually there's no other choice.
Mm.
But
No, there isn't.
There's
Yeah.
a third choice, and it's work with it instead and
Yeah.
take control back
Yeah.
and, like, turn your notifications off. So when you want to read, like, say I want to read my kids a story, I'll put my phone in a different place. So all that time is uninterrupted, you know what I mean? So they just get my full attention. So my phone isn't going off and distracting me, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like, for me, I've turned notifications off for everything. So when I pick up my phone, I'm looking at my phone when I want to.
Yeah.
I'm not, there's no beeping or whatever telling me, oh, you need to look at your phone. I'll look at you when I want to look at you. And I'm not just going to pick you up because you've told me to.
Yeah. The thing is, mine and Aaron's phone are that sort of in tune with us being sort of two of a kind. That with all this editing and stuff that we've been doing, we both came in today like, oh, I've got an app to show you. And we both had exactly the same app because our phones probably showed us at exactly the same time
thing,
last
yeah.
night. And we both downloaded it.
Yeah.
And it benefits us as well. Like,
Yeah, because it's worked.
and
I've used it today.
our phones showed us that app because it knows sort of what we're doing.
Yeah. No. I literally agree. Like, that's how my phone is.
So
now.
it kind of is. It helps us on our journey now.
Yeah.
So we've not boycotted it this
No.
time. Like,
No, we're going with it.
we're going
rather
with
than
it instead, and we took control back
Yeah.
instead of just one way or the other. There's always another way. Josephine.
But I think that comes back to what we're doing. Like, we're going with technology rather than against it.
Yeah.
And
It's futile.
it's been good as well because there's been so much to learn that neither of us have been like, oh no, we've got to learn something new today. It's been like, right, what else can we learn today?
Yeah, because your brain isn't supposed to stop learning.
No, but
It's
all
not.
of a sudden you have.
Because, like, when you get to, like, the top of your career and stuff, and you know what to do, and that's in that drawer every day, and you know what I mean, like, at that point, and you start watching Game of Thrones, and you go to work, you watch Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
and you stop learning,
Yeah.
and then it kind of leads to a spiral downwards then, because you're not feeding your need as a human being. Like, when you're little,
Yeah.
everything, you're curious as fuck, like, pull that, you twist that, you punch that, you, like, I don't know, kick a cat, whatever, like, you're so curious, you do everything. It just kind of, like, gets broken out of you, and you lose that curiosity, and then you settle.
But then what you also do is you go onto the internet and you watch videos of other people doing that and think, oh, I wonder how that'd feel.
Yeah.
when you've never experienced that. So, like, I'll give you the prime example: falling out of a tree. How many trees did you fall out of when we were kids? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, all the time. Your parents would be like, "Don't climb that tree, you'll fall out of it." No, I won't. Next minute.
I did loads worse things.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Like, we did that.
Yeah.
We did that kind of stuff.
But now, in order for a kid to experience that, they'd have to go on YouTube, watch another kid climb a tree and fall out of it,
It's
and
like,
go, "Oh,
my kids won't play with their own toys, but they'll sit and watch Ryan play with toys."
play with the toys." Yeah,
You're like, what?
yeah.
What?
But I feel like that's just what society's turned into. It's turned into a point where they want you to just consume
Life
rather than be
goals, a big
creative.
screen in front of you.
Yeah, that's
with
what it
Netflix,
is.
with
Yeah.
Disney Plus, with all that content.
You know, I used to sit at home with the TV on and my phone on, watching YouTube videos on while there's a film on the TV.
Yeah, that's how bad it gets.
It's like,
Do you know what that is? It's you trying to feed your brain, because your brain wants to learn and it wants to be curious and stuff. Like, I'm talking about your brain like it's not you, but you have to feed that, and when you don't, like, you consume content instead.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'd do the same. I'd have something on fucking YouTube
Yeah,
while I'm consuming some other content on something else.
yeah. It's nuts.
It's because what you try and do is don't give yourself time to think.
Hmm.
Because when you sit there and you do, and you don't like it.
People, there's a guy that I listen to quite a lot, and I've actually read one of his books, and it's not something that I do very often. I don't really read books, but I'm going to do that more. So, but it's a guy called Jordan Peterson, and a lot of the stuff that he says is wicked. He's a psychology professor, and the way that he talks about things, he puts things into perspective, as in like, to what I would call normal people can understand. You know what I mean? Not like language terms. But, you know, he says things like, your brain is what you choose it to be. Like, the brain doesn't control you, you control the brain. And if you teach the brain to do something, you know, then that's what it'll become. And he gave a really good example of, like, Hitler, right? He said, in Nazi Germany, people will be very, very surprised that most people would think that in Nazi Germany, if you lived in Germany, you'd be one of the people that wouldn't become a Nazi. The likelihood of you becoming a Nazi is like 100 to 1.
Yeah.
Because of your surroundings and because of the environment that you put in.
Yeah, you're forced to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But everybody has this opinion of themselves where, no, they're innocent and they'd never do that. But it's not until you become one with yourself and you understand the deepest, darkest parts of your brain that you then understand who you actually are and your capabilities of what you are.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You start letting yourself be the person that you want to be. Because before that, you'll tell yourself you can't.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It's telling yourself. It's just like if you go to the gym. Everybody that wants to go to the gym will carry on wanting to go to the gym and never go because it's a want, it's not a need. You have to make it a need. You know what I mean? You have to make it something that you don't want to do because if you want to do it, you'll never do it. It's something that I need to go to the gym because it's going to do this.
You have to also understand that it's you, and if you don't do it, then no one's going to do it.
There's no one else out there.
It has to be you.
Yeah. But you would rather... Well, it's even like now, you know, with everything that's going off in the world and everyone being at home a lot more.
Yeah.
People have realised that, you know, they can do a workout from home. Like people that have never been to the gym have now suddenly started to lose weight or gain muscle or whatever because they're doing workouts from home. Because they've realised that just go up and down the stairs 10 times and you'll be out of breath. You know what I mean? Like whatever that is, do something.
Yeah. Well, you
like
don't even
something's
need to
better
go
than
to the
nothing.
gym.
No, you don't.
You can just
lift stuff that's a bit too heavy for you.
Yeah.
Like we do every day.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, don't breathe. Oh, you're like, it's all right. We don't go gym.
We
We're
don't
like,
go
what do you
to the
mean
gym?
you don't go? We're like, we don't go gym, so we need to carry stuff that's too heavy.
Yeah.
Like, because it kills two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a gate, like, you could walk round it, but it might be more beneficial to you and your bones to jump it.
Well, it's just like that. Have you seen that that image? I seen it ages ago. Of there's two people. One of them in front of him is a path, and in that path there's loads and loads of people. And at the end there's like a shop or a till or whatever, and then there's another path on the right hand side where nobody is, and there's no one going, but there's the same shop at the end, and everybody queues up in the same one because there's a sign that says queue here, but yet no one goes to the other one and queues up there just because there's a sign that says queue here.
And they'll all those will give that guy a dirty look that walks
all the way past. Yeah. That's just
like,
that's
when
society
he's not following
in a nutshell.
orders. Like,
No, yeah, because we've been controlled to do that.
For like when people ask me like why I'm doing something or they tell me I can't, like I'm like I make my own rules, and then I break my own rules, just because I can. You know what I mean? I don't follow the rules. I'm sorry. I've never been one to just go with it because someone told me to. Like I'm like, but I'm always that guy that's like. Nah.
Well, like we've said, haven't we? Like for me, there's only two types of people in the world. There's consumers and creators. And for a long time, me and you have been consumers, and now we've switched. And that's not normal. Like people aren't supposed to be creative, and if they are, they're put in a very narrow, small group. That you shouldn't spread out from that, and that's what we're trying to do with the creator platform is to go, no, that's not right. Let's bring that creativity back from whatever that idea was. You know what I mean?
Show everyone that like they can do it as well.
Yeah.
Just because they can.
Yeah.
Like you should, and like until you can't.
Yeah. Like the capabilities of social media and the internet is literally, if you want to learn how to do this, go on YouTube or Google or whatever, and they will teach you.
There's always something.
You just have to go. You have to look.
You have to give yourself at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Even 5 minutes is good enough. Your brain will be satisfied with that. And then you start getting addicted to it. And that's a healthy addiction, sort of.
Well, I think that's what like, who was it? It was Gary Vee. He said reading books is for dummies. When I read that, I was like, what? I was like, most people that are like rich and famous and entrepreneurs and everything always say read books, read books, read books.
Yeah.
And he was just like, why read a book for a week when you can go on YouTube and learn the exact same thing from that book on YouTube in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like, use your time wisely, learn, but learn in a time efficient manner. Because like we've said earlier on, your time is valuable. And if you don't value it, it's a waste.
It just starts with time.
Yeah.
If you value your time and you put your own...
But like, what is time? Time's just a construct.
Exactly.
You know, like, there's not even 24 hours in a day. We just made that up. As in, like, on average,
so
there's like 23 minutes.
Conveniently fits. Everything just fits.
Which is why we have like a leap year every 4 years, so it has time for the sun to catch up.
It's sort of time's made to fit.
Yeah. We're not made to fit in with time. Back in the day, we used to go, it's daytime and it's night time. At night time we sleep, at daytime we go out and do what we're doing. But that was it. And then we created this concept of time, which everything was ruled in. You know what I mean? So when somebody says like, oh, you're going to run out of time, or I've got no time, or this or that, it doesn't make any sense to me, because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you don't have time. Nobody's got time.
Yeah.
Time's got you.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't suddenly lost an hour because you've done this. You just do it tomorrow.
Exactly.
It's not gone anywhere.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's never a rush unless you put one on yourself.
On yourself, exactly.
It's like when we were building this room, we didn't want to rush into it.
No.
Like, and when we started putting a rush on things, then you start getting that niggly feeling like, oh, I don't want to, I'm not sure if I'm doing, that thing. So you're just like, no, let's just bring it down a tone, stop rushing into it, get round
Well, it's like we were going to go live last night, weren't we?
Yeah,
we decided that we hadn't had enough time to do everything that we wanted to do, so it made no sense for us to rush into it. We'd rather go live tonight, make sure we were ready and happy and comfortable, and go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that was important, because if we had gone last night, we'd have probably been knackered from the day that we were spent downstairs doing stuff.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have had the, we wouldn't be in the right frame of mind as to what we are now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. We gave ourselves a rest, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, instead of doing it, like, and sticking... Like, it's always good to have a plan and to give yourself rules and stuff, but you can break your own rules. And it makes you cool if you do, as well. Like, really cool.
Yeah, you're part of the cool club.
Yeah.
The proper cool club.
One of the cool kids.
Cool kids. Oh, I don't know. It's a weird one. Time's just...
It's stuff to think about,
Yeah.
innit? It's food for thought.
Another quote for you. Here's one for you.
Go on.
I've said this loads of times, and everybody that's probably listened to this has heard me say it loads of times. But I forgot what the quote is now because my earphone plugged itself. My mind's gone now. No,
Yeah, mine did a little thing.
a little fling. Yeah. No. The definition of insanity is to do the same things over and over and over again and expect a different result. And that couldn't be any more true to how my life was up until like 5-6 months ago.
It's because you're always waiting for somebody else to do it. It was like me with my singing. I was always waiting for that moment, someone to come along and do it for me, sort of thing. Like, you have to get over that to do it yourself. Because you will never do it yourself if you think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think we're made to believe that happens all the time, but it doesn't happen all the time.
But we see it all the time. Like every day, you know, we'll go, there's a corner shop around the corner from us and we'll see the same people doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't think I've ever seen any of them smile. Because they've got nothing to smile about. You know? It's just like, while everybody is, you know, while we've been in this, like, lockdown period, all we've done is been here. Yeah. And if we hadn't had this place and all this stuff to do, we'd still be 6 months later where we were 6 months ago.
But we gave ourselves this to do.
Yeah, we gave ourselves that opportunity because we started.
Yeah.
And if we hadn't started, we'd still be there.
But I think we're here because of each other as well.
Yeah,
because
neither
a lot
of
of the
us
time
to do it without each other.
I've had people, like, I tell them an idea and they wouldn't rebound it like I wanted them to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it would never develop. It only just start. You need other people's input, no matter what people tell you. It's better to have someone to bounce off. Because they're there to sort of stop you second-guessing yourself as well. Because when you see someone taking your idea and going with it as well, then that, like, confirms that maybe it was a good idea. But when you haven't got that, it's like it's harder because you've still got that second guess. Like, that never goes anywhere. No. Like, it's always still there, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how good at singing you get, no matter like how many people you've sung in front of, that will never go away. You've just got to learn to sort of ignore it and just go with it instead.
But like you said, I think it's important to have that person, maybe not just one person, 10 people, whatever it is, the group of friends that you've got.
You've got to surround yourself with similar people.
Yeah, but you've got to surround yourself with people that want to achieve the same things. Not necessarily the exact same things, but want to move forward in their life.
We had different, like, thoughts of the future and stuff like that. But
if you are who you surround yourself with, you know, if you surround yourself with people that are happy with where they are, they don't want an improvement, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, then you're the average of those 5 people that you associate yourself with. So you either stay in that circle because everyone's the same and you all just fit in and you're all fine, or you go outside your comfort zone and find another group of people that are doing something different.
You do something different.
Yeah, you have to.
Like, if you're trying to grow a channel, let's say on social media, and it's not working, change. No one said you have to do that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll eventually stumble across what you was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then people will like it because it's you doing what you were supposed to do, not you doing what you think people think you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people's opinions are taken to heart too much. Like, it's important to listen and take constructive criticism from all these people,
yeah.
but don't take everything everybody says to heart, because the minute you do that is the minute that you screwed.
I struggle with that still sometimes, yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing to struggle with it, as long as you understand that you struggle with it.
But you see that I do struggle with it, but I still climb the mountains and still jump over it.
Yeah.
So
It's not recognising it.
Yeah.
You've got to have self-recognition, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. A lot of people don't know how to look into what is called internalising, and look inside themselves and recognise what the problems are, and then how to come up with solutions to those
I
problems.
think you've just got to be honest with yourself.
You do, yeah.
Literally look at yourself in the mirror and have a word. Be honest. An honest word.
We were talking about that earlier on, the other day, weren't we? About looking in the mirror.
Don't be scared to confront yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise you never will.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, confront yourself.
Teach yourself to understand that everything that goes through your brain doesn't have to be perfect. You can have all these ideas in your head, and that's amazing. Some of them will work, some of them won't work, but if you don't try any of them, you'll never know.
It's more fun this way.
It is more fun.
You have more fun trying new things.
Yeah. You know, if doing what we're doing doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
We've got a workshop downstairs, we do something different down there, we do something different up here. We don't know.
It doesn't even matter. I think we'll still do it.
Yeah.
Like, because we enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Like, even if there was one person watching, still do it.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
Nope.
And like, it's just, and people probably say, why are you doing that? Because I can.
Because I want to.
So I will. Until I can't.
And until I'm in a car.
And there's only one way that I can't, and it's not going to be me telling myself that.
Like my dad always says, there's no such word as can't.
No. There's only can't be asked. That's what I would say.
It can't be asked, yeah.
Literally.
That's true. Yeah.
If the Wright brothers, like, just couldn't be asked, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we would be going anywhere, would we?
Yeah.
Light bulb. Bing.
People are like, oh yeah, you can't fly. They're like, no, you can.
Watch me.
No, you can.
That bird's flying. How's it doing that? Oh, let's have a look.
I love it. I love it when people go, that's not happening, Matt.
You can't do that.
That won't work.
Watch
me, motherfucker.
Watch what happens.
I love
right
seeing
now.
the face. They're like, but how? How did you?
Like, we've been on multiple projects where people have been like, I want to do this, but we don't think we can because of this, and we've gone, all right, let me think about it. 2 days later, we've come back and we've gone, all right, yeah. Like what you call it, gazebo thing that we did.
Yeah, marquee.
It was over the side of a river, and we were like, they wanted it to overhang the river so it looks nice, didn't it, from the front?
Yeah.
And we were like, well, how the hell are we going to overhang this massive tent over a river? It makes the laws of everything make no sense. But a bit of timber, a bit of love, and a bit of care.
With a bit of timber, love, and care, eh?
We managed to make it work, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And they couldn't be any more happier than they could. But every step of the way, there's been there'll be a problem, but we don't do problems.
No, there's a bit of timber for that.
There's a bit of timber.
No, there is.
No, there is. There's always a bit of timber for that.
Like, Aaron, I don't know my name.
No, yeah.
There's a bit of timber for that.
Yeah, just in case it's when we get old and grey and we forgot our names.
Yeah.
Then we just go, oh, that's my name. At that point, we'll be both old and grey and they'll be on the opposite sides and we'll be calling each other Aaron and Matt.
But you better be there to watch because it'll be funny.
It will be funny in your care homes.
Yeah,
we'll be here with our Zimmer frames.
We'll still be here.
Yeah,
we might be good on guitar by then as well.
Yeah, you could be. Yeah, could be. Might even have learnt a piano and.
No, we're going to start a quartet though thing. No, not a quartet.
What?
We're messing about on Fruity Loops the other day.
Oh yeah, we were. Yeah, we've got some good music coming up.
Yeah, some really good.
Yeah, for all those people that said Aaron can't sing. Watch what Fruity Loop does.
Watch this space. I have to say we harmonise perfectly. Right?
I know. We're like a choir. We're perfect.
Perfectly synchronised.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I feel like I need another coffee, but it's all down by side jib.
Do you know what?
And the last time that Matt made me a coffee, 3 minutes before we went live, which is why we were a little bit late starting, because we said we'd start at 6, Matt decided to spill sugar.
I was trying to be nice.
All over the table.
I was trying to be nice.
So it looked we were racking lines up. But we weren't, it was sugar.
That's the last time I make you a fucking coffee, bro.
It's the first time by the sound. I think it was the first time, wasn't it?
What's your favourite line when we're working though?
What do you mean?
It's a bull in a china shop. I get things done though. I do break them on the way of doing it, like, but I still I'll fix it.
Prime example.
I didn't. He's lying.
This is held together by super glue because Matt was hoovering for an hour and a half like he normally does.
What's hoover?
And decided to knock it off the fireplace that's now broken.
What's the fireplace?
Which he also broke. What?
How much?
Who?
When?
What?
Today?
I don't know.
Yesterday? Last week?
Now.
How much?
Now.
Alright.
I need to get a new aux cable.
What else have I broke?
Nothing as if yet. I mean, you probably have, but I kind of blur it out, to be honest with you.
I mean, I build more than I break, so I kind of it's probably balanced.
No. I waited for the day you fall through that wall, though. I mean, it's a solid wall, but...
Are you going to throw me through the foot?
No, you're going to throw yourself through it.
Yeah, one day. I can't back up. I think that's my problem.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't reverse.
If you ever see Matt walking backwards, move out of the way. Just...
I ain't stopping for shit, and I'll fall over on top of you, and I won't...
It won't end well.
I can't back up.
No, it won't end well.
I need, like, a reverse sort of camera or something.
Mate, Elon Musk, it's going to come out soon.
And get him on the line.
On that microchip.
Mm.
It's going to be there. Reverse camera, back of your neck. Be something like what's it called? Altered Carbon or whatever. Have you seen that on Netflix?
I'm glad you didn't hear what I just said.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
So right,
you said have it in your back of your head, and I said under your foreskin.
I'll play it back in a minute. It's fine. I didn't hear it again. What did you say?
Foreskin.
So what did you say it dead loud?
I said I'll have mine in my foreskin.
It's a good job we're not trying to get monetised. We'd be here for a while.
There's foreskin like everywhere.
Everywhere you go, everywhere you look. Oh dear.
How did I lower the tones
so
quickly?
Don't know.
Still funny though, isn't it?
Definitely. 100%.
10 million billion.
Oh yeah, that's one of our sayings. When people say how much does something cost, it's 10 million billion.
Yeah.
We know how that much
It's
what
funny
that
when
amount is in our head.
When we put people on the clock when they walk in.
Yeah.
We're like, this is costing, like every word you say and we're charging you.
10p a minute. But no, what was it? 10p a word, wasn't it?
Yeah, it got something stupid.
And we've got it on record, so
like, mate, like, don't even breathe. We're charging you for that as well.
We charge you using our oxygen. We're charging you.
10 billion.
That's how mad the world's going to get to. You know how we charge for electricity, we charge for water, we charge to have a house. Like, we have to pay tax to live in our own house, right? It's going to get to the point where we're having to pay for oxygen.
Yeah. You pay for a breath or you die.
Yeah,
do you know that Time film?
Yeah, In Time. We just
It'll be a bit like that, just with breath.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Do you know people sell breath? Well, they sell air.
Yeah. The guy's a millionaire, bro. No
we
way to lie.
consume that much that we do stuff like that.
Because it's supposed to be like the ultimate oxygen. Right, can I breathe? Right, yeah. I don't need to go on top of Everest to breathe better. I'm alright.
Yeah,
I'm fine. I'm okay. I'll probably die of smoking anyway.
I bet it's cold. I bet it's
really cold.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, did you hear about the guy that made a 10 million billion from selling rocks?
Yes, I did actually.
My Pet Rock.
Yeah.
The guy's a genius. Like, no word of a lie, if somebody comes to the creative platform with a random idea like My Pet Rock,
we're doing it.
I'm doing it. I don't want any money. I just want to be a part of it because I think it'd be wicked. But basically, if you don't know, there was a guy who had a load of rocks in his back garden, and basically one day he decided to buy a load of boxes, put all these rocks in a box and sell them, and he became a millionaire from selling rocks. And the idea was,
bless you.
excuse me, the idea was that on the box it said, "My pet rock, the best pet in the world, because you don't have to feed him or alter it." It was an absolute genius marketing hack, and he made an absolute fortune from it. Just like, think about the person that invented coat hangers.
Yeah.
Let's say that person made a penny
random thing
for every coat hanger that was ever made, or cones.
Yeah.
Think about, you drive down the road, there's always a cone because there's always fucking roadworks everywhere you go in the UK.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go in the UK, there's roadworks. You don't realise this until you drive. But just think, 1 penny per cone. Just think how many cones there are. That one person that thought, instead of a square one, I'm going to make it so it looks like it.
You go in, like, you go into your bathroom, pull back the fucking shower curtain, there's a cone there having a shower.
Do you reckon that person thought that when he created the cone that he'd also created a megaphone? Do you reckon he realised that? Or she realised that? Whatever. Do you reckon they sat there and thought, this could actually be used as a cone? Like, people will walk up to it and be like, I want to send a message. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which one was invented first?
Maybe that was the reason why it was invented. I wonder how many of those things there are in the world where something was invented for this, but then it got used for something else. Stacking, probably, innit? Because you can stack loads on top of each other. I don't know. Or maybe it's something to do with if you hit one with your car, it's supposed to go in a certain direction. We're going with stacking.
Yeah.
We'll Google that later to make sure we're factually correct.
Yeah. Actually, I think my phone's that in tune with me that it'll just show me when I look at it. Like, bing! There you go.
They're all listed.
Yeah.
As in, like, your microphone is listed to everything you say.
It's watching you.
Oh,
that was horrible.
that was horrific. Sorry if you're wearing headphones, Matt. But no, that's where we'll get to.
Sorry,
that is
not
literally
sorry.
where we'll get to. Oxygen is nuts.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's good. Like, everything we have, we pay for. The only thing that we don't have that's free is oxygen. That's it. And even now, people are starting to make money from selling oxygen.
I know.
And it won't be long.
It's a
until
monopoly.
Somebody does this. I'm telling you now. How do we even get charged for water? How can I just go down to a river?
Just don't pay it, bro.
But no, think about this, right? If you live within a 20-minute walk of a river, just drink water from a river. But people will say, I guarantee everyone in the comments in a minute is going to be dirty. What did we do before we drank filtered water? Before filters were invented, what did we do?
Pass it through cloth, didn't we?
Don't know. Before cloth was invented, what did we do? Drank water from a river. Like,
we were tolerant to it.
All the water through your tap comes through a river anyway.
But we probably died younger, Aaron.
Yeah, we probably did. But it was more fun.
You're going to start people like not drinking tap water and go down to the fucking local river. Like,
and you'll see some
I'm getting water.
You'll see some idiot at the top of the river having a piss in it. Just everyone's at the bottom drinking it.
What are you doing? I'm getting some water because Aaron and Matt, they said the river provides. You know that's what I'm doing.
But to be fair, you'll probably get charged if you drank out of a river because it probably belongs to somebody.
Yeah, they own this piece. This square.
That molecule of water.
Yeah.
That's theirs.
Yeah.
Severn Trent, they own it.
You better start buying Mars before it's gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're already doing it already, aren't they? Elon Musk's like selling slots.
Yeah, man.
On Mars, where you can literally go onto the website and buy your own slot of Mars, just in case in the next 5 years
we're going to buy a dream room slot, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to Mars.
Live
I'm literally moving to Mars.
Coming to you live
from Mars.
From Mars in 5.
Yeah, let's stop at the 5.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I quite fancy Pluto, though. To be fair, don't you think it's mad? Like within our lifetime, we could sit here and we could be like, "Where do you want to go today?" Pluto, maybe. Don't know. Jupiter.
There's a tube for that. Just step in that tube.
Yeah. Make a religion out of that.
Make a business out of that.
You can.
Yeah.
VR. That's the one. Who needs to get a rocket to Mars when you could just put a headset on and be in Mars?
Trick your brain.
Why isn't Elon Musk think of that? Why is he trying to send people to Mars so much? Why not just put them in a room and give them a headset?
Because he's like the
He's a creator, not a consumer.
That's the one.
That's the one.
He's got that little thing that says like, you can do anything.
He wanted to build a flamethrower, so he created a company called the Boring Company and went, I'm going to make a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And then made a flamethrower.
And he called it the Boring Company.
And he called it the Boring
Company.
Company.
Do you know why?
Go on.
Because he can.
Literally because he can.
Until he can't. And
It's
there's
just
only
like,
one reason.
it's just like he came out with that idea of digging tunnels.
Yeah.
Because everyone was going on about flying cars, and he was like, flying cars is stupid. Because it's you can only go up so high, and then if things break, they're going to fall down and kill people. Underground tunnels, if anything falls down, it's just going to go down into the earth. So it's not going to kill anybody.
It's not going to go very deep.
It's not going to go very deep at all, no. But everybody said that was a stupid idea, and now he's just completed the first tunnel in LA, and like loads of people are already using it. It's nuts. And now he's going to do more.
Yeah, and he'll keep doing it because
of course he is, because every major city is congested to hell.
And people will be like, "Nah, you shouldn't be doing that," and he'll be like, "Yeah, whatever, mate. I'll still do it." Do you know why?
And he's doing it through the Boring Company.
Yeah.
Because you can.
I like it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Everything that he's done is brilliant. Everything that anybody's ever invented has been brilliant.
Don't you think it's a beautiful thing, but a bit weird that like this architecture, like when you're walking around outside with someone else's dream. Like we do all live in a dream world. It's just not your own.
But who's saying this is a dream and it isn't a dream?
Well, do you want to go down?
No, I don't want to go down. That's a podcast.
Neil deGrasse Tyson on it.
Yeah, let's not.
Star Talk.
We'll do that on another podcast. That's a long conversation now.
Cosmic Queries edition. Foreskin.
Here we go again. I do apologise.
I don't.
I don't. You know why? Because we can.
I know. I will, Mr. Parker.
Oh dear. Right. Are we calling it?
Are we wrapping it?
Are we going to wrap it? What we're going to do
Wrap it
is we'll send another event out. We might even do another podcast at the end of the week.
Yeah, keep your eyes out for those seesaws because there's going to be a bit of content coming out.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the week.
We're going to create a bit of
We'll
a
go
competition
live and
for
we'll
it.
announce on Friday.
Yeah.
If you're good with that.
Yeah.
Announce the competition.
Yeah.
And what
Get
you
it
have
going.
to do.
Yeah.
There's going to be 2 chances to win. So.
And depending how far away you live, we've got free delivery.
Yeah,
but I'm not driving to Leicester.
It's called Aaron's car.
I've named the car Cooey.
We'll drop it off
it's cool.
here. As long as it's not like, obviously.
Mars.
Yeah, Mars.
Sorry,
Do you know what? I'll go though. I will. I'll go. If you live on
I don't
Mars,
think the car would make it, bro. I'm not going to lie.
You can't say that. She can hear you. She wouldn't like you saying things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that. If you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe. This video is going to get uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you can go across there to catch it if you came in late or whatever. And keep an eye out for another podcast and the competitions and everything. And we're going to be uploading a lot of content on the creative platform Facebook and Instagram account.
We'll be putting up notifications for everything on everything sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you'll get directed to it somehow.
Definitely.
But so make sure you're liking and following all the socials.
Cool. Right, we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
See you later.